This is new. Hmm.
Materials have a weakness. If I decide to make myself resistant or completely immune to acidic type attacks,
Hmm.
it
Hi.
leaves me open to the material's weaknesses, which could be greetings again. Which could be many things, and depending on how I make myself resistant to it, and make myself very weak to another.
I suppose, yeah.
Hmm.
Let's suppose not every day
Hi.
you fight an
Oh,
acid spitting lizard thing, so
I'm back to normal.
you should be fucking glad I'm
How's this
immune
place
to it,
sound?
because they also figured out in the middle of that. So.
It's pretty nice. It smells like
It would
it's a
have
big
been
meadow.
better off if it hadn't burnt through. If I hadn't burnt through my own synth skin earlier on in the fight. Exposed electronics are weak just because acid burns through the wiring and the electronics, causing issues.
I mean, it didn't spit acid like out of nowhere. Well, we weren't really expecting it. We were out in the open.
What about acid?
Alice's
the
quest.
thing we fought in the basement thingy.
Oh.
Not very fun.
Sounds
Alice
dangerous.
apparently had. Alice apparently had a creature he forgot to mention about down there, and it was meant to be what was keeping the entire area cleared. Anything big enough would just be consumed by the acid and its cleaners, but we were not informed of its existence, so we fought it.
Is everyone alright?
I hope I don't have any big creatures in my basement.
Now,
Wait, do I have
yeah.
a basement? Do you consider a cave basement?
Not really. And also, Alice
No,
was keeping
not
it in a
particularly.
demi-plane.
If you use it as a basement, then maybe, but we shouldn't.
If it's like under your house, then yeah.
But
No,
I'm
it's
also
under the
pretty sure it
tree.
leads into that. Yes.
Yeah,
Into
I
the
heard it.
inside there.
I mean, Alice's place we weren't exactly under his house, so can't really. Is that a basement at that point? They were in a whole other place.
Is it under his
It was
house?
technically nowhere near. No, demi-plane.
Oh.
His house adjacent, pretty much.
Which the cave is as well, so.
Then again, I don't think you're using the cave as a trash disposal, which is what it really was, according to Alice.
Well, basement's already supposed to be already supposed to be used for trash disposal either way, so.
That's my point.
I guess he just
I'm
calls
saying it's
it
more
his
of a trash
basement.
disposal than a basement.
That's more of a basement than Alice's.
You know, a lot of creatures down there, and I burnt off most of my synth skin fighting a giant amalgamation of his own creations and also his rubbish. That was
a very interesting day. What I slowly learned through all of that is most of y'all don't fucking listen when people are talking. To be fair, it was very hectic, but also, you know, when it was quiet, you should already listen.
I'm sure it was probably less hectic than what I had to do recently. I went on the raid at the Mad King's castle. It was very chaotic.
I assume so. Simply just be, anyways, more than likely because of the amount of people who wanted to get rid of the curse, and also just dealing with the Mad King.
Thankfully, I was able to help at least a little bit. Heal some people. I I even got to shoot some holy light at the Mad King. That was pretty good. It kind of made him get hurt and run away.
I've just realized something. The Mad King's curse is gone. He's gone for the year.
Hmm. He's
So that wasn't
apparently
the Mad
gonna.
King curse.
He's apparently gonna be
Oh no,
back
that was.
next year.
I think it disappeared a couple of days ago. I just use it to practice now.
Oh, fair enough.
Turns out
I
having a
only
flame one
realized-
is a very good fire practice.
You know what's
Fair
You know
enough.
what's really weird?
Hmm?
At the end,
At least I don't
when
have to guess
when we
death
defeated
service
the
anymore.
Mad King, everyone like gathered up to take a picture with him. It was really confusing. I was thinking like, why are we taking a picture with this guy? He's awful. He's the one who's like been traumatizing us all. I hate
It's the
him.
metaverse.
There's two main reasons. Firstly, the Mad King is an entity who doesn't really care.
Well, I
So
get that he doesn't
that tends to
care.
rub off on others. Tends to rub off on other people. Also, within the metaverse at least, it's fairly common for beings like him to be like this, but also a lot more malicious. The Mad King at least will sometimes act in your best interest.
Mm.
Very rarely, but sometimes will.
Yeah, there was actually one time when Ezekiel and some of the other mage-blighted people were
Oh.
on the moon.
Speaking
And-
of,
Oh,
hi.
Hello,
Oh.
Evelyn. All right.
Speaking of, I was just talking about you. I was just about to
Evelyn?
mention how the Mad King actually saved you guys on the moon.
Yes, it was apparently someone made a deal. The ninth person made a deal with the Mad King, and it led to a much more
So that's that person who was
compounded issue, to say the least. Yeah.
that's the
They've-
person who was like fighting in the
Hi.
last place that we were at in the throne room.
Like I assume they became a champion of the
Is your
bounty
hair
from
still on
Control.
fire?
I think they were the one
And,
making
well,
like all those
Momentarily
huge
this time.
crystals.
Oh, okay.
It's good practice.
dude,
Fair
them
enough.
and
I was a little
another one,
worried the curse was
Kitsune, were
persisting.
the angrier
You
voices in my
considering.
head.
Mm.
They wanted to kill us.
I
But
was just
rude,
as
to be
worried.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you had your intervention yet?
I'm not surprised that the
No, I have
lunatics
not.
turned on everyone, but it's kind of
We're gonna have
odd
to
that
do
like
this. I'm not
the
good with emotional
mage-blighted
stuff.
people did too. At least a couple of them.
I will find. I will.
Some of them were,
Tell
well,
Exie. Exie,
actually
will be on
branded.
top of it.
Oh,
So
well, that would explain
She
it
has
then.
experience with all of it.
they viewed us as false crystals and wanted destroyed.
Mm.
Not sure about the yokai. I think the yokai was just a bastard.
Sounds like it.
Apparently, she had some. What was it, bad blood with this Amun person? Never met the man, but not sure.
But
By the way,
I'm just
I
glad we're
hope
all
I never
back to
see those
normal.
two again. Dude, I've met
Yeah, woohoo.
one. I've met one of the other one of the good mage blighted Wicker. They're a nice person.
Hmm.
I do hope to see some of the others. They all seem nice.
Hmm.
I hope so.
Wicker and
So-
Scratch, who I believe are both mage blighted, attend
But you know what?
another place.
It means I can do this now.
Rather than.
Mhm.
I see. It's good to have you back. Good to be back to normal, Evelyn.
It's good to be back.
Mm.
I feel great.
Pleasure to meet all of you. Now that I'm, well, normal. Pleasure to meet all of
I'll
you.
just be
You
busy
call me
with a lot of
Ezekiel.
work
Hello
stuff.
again.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, previously you had the crystal things.
Yes, I
Don't think
was.
I met you before that.
I believe you have.
Perhaps. I
Did
think
I?
we did
I
see.
honestly
Were you
can't
the one
remember.
with the hole in the chest at some point?
Yes, that was me. The
Yeah,
one
the
with
crystal.
the broken
Your
open
head was
chest, the
split
crystals.
open and crystals were
That-
poking out.
Come to
That
think of it,
too.
I don't think I recognize your voice.
No, that was longer before that.
Huh? What?
I don't
Hi,
think we've
Pretty
met.
sure
Alice.
we've met once.
I'm Evelyn.
I'm pretty sure I've met Alice once, and at least passing.
Dr. Alice Mortimer. I am the head of education here at the Wanderers.
Nice.
I am a very experienced wizard, a geneticist, colomancer, and I know all sorts of esoteric
Wait a
magics.
minute. You're the one with the basement?
Yeah.
Alright, I
Yeah,
did
but
go down
wait,
there.
you know about my basement, but you don't know me.
Uh,
Who told you about my
Literally
basement?
just
Discussing
talked
them.
about
they were
it.
just talking about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm
was
gonna
down
make
there.
it safe. I'm not gonna make it OSHA compliant because OSHA compliant means that I need fucking OSHA employees there, and I'm not having fucking minimum wage government workers wandering around my magical basement. Who knows? They might nick something. They don't really care about their job. I don't really think it's appropriate.
Uh,
I did
okay.
nearly
I
fall
don't know
into
what
doing
OSHA
drugs
is,
while
but
you have.
okay.
It's an American, essentially workplace safety thing. I don't. It's an acronym. I don't know what the acronym stands for. OS, probably Organization of Safety. SHA. I don't know.
Sounds like something they tried to have in Ireland. Wasn't on there.
Are you even American? Why would
Bro.
there be an
No.
American? Yeah.
I mean, well,
We're
I've spent most of my life in England, so I don't think I count as English. Well, I can't really even say genetically because these genetics are all over the place.
I mean, you're definitely not a human. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I made this body. I made it. So,
Oh.
we just want
like I
Ellis's
said,
basement to
geneticist.
not. We just want Ellis's basement to not nearly kill us by falling apart.
Look, I'm not planning to send people down there regularly. It's just a biohazard storage area. It used to be something more, but I couldn't find any really real use for it once I took control of the place.
Honestly,
Evan,
if
Plus,
you've
that
been
Well,
around
toe
enough-
dragon was very useful.
Oh.
Shame it's dead, though. At the very least, I got some genetic
Right.
samples, so I could grow another one if I really want to, but
Yeah.
I don't think I really want to.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Also,
I'm
to
sure
know-
there's
Yeah.
better ways
Also,
to get rid of
Safety and
your
Health
trash.
Administration.
Yeah, there are. XD's insisting on the whole incinerator thing.
I was gonna say, going down to the basement, it sort of reminds me of. Well, there's this place in Brelin called the City of Sharn. It's a giant tower of a city. It has quite the undercraft or undercity, as it were. At least it kind of remind like that.
Also, Ellis,
Hello.
Yeah, that or an abandoned
it's
dungeon.
the Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
At least
Occupational
Sounds like
It's an
dwarven
abandoned
cities. I've
dungeon.
always
Oh,
wanted to
familiar
visit one of
with
those.
something,
Well, this
but
technically counts as my home.
dwarves tend to venerate
And
their
nobody
lands
works
and
there but
keep it nice
me.
and tidy.
So
Minus
No,
the
no.
lost mines, of course, but
that's like
There's none of
saying
that.
your Roomba is a worker. It's just a
I'm
really
Alice,
familiar
there's
simple
enough-
like
pre-programmed
abandoned
thing.
dungeons as a
Mm.
concept.
There's enough room down there for
Well,
you
it's
to
considered.
need additional help who can repair and build. I believe it counts as something
I'm
that
just gonna
requires-
make some more dolls that actually know how to do that stuff.
I'm gonna have to
Hello.
run to the village for a moment. I'll be back in a
Alright,
bit.
take care.
Mm-hmm.
See you.
Uh,
I should ask how the village is doing.
Well, it's just over there.
Right.
Because if I remember last time we spoke about, last time I remember aiding was the portal opening.
Mm,
I'll fly around for a bit.
yeah. Weird ass tree. Oh,
You did miss that.
see so many people around the metaverse with wings that don't actually have them functional.
Hmm?
I'm just used to seeing people with wings that aren't functional.
Huh.
Well, if I ever get a bloody pet, if I ever get a pair of wings, I'll make sure to make those functional.
I don't bother with wings. I just use magic to fly if I need to. Usually I don't need to. It makes me a little bit nauseous.
I can finally feel the magic of the runes again. It's great to finally smith them correctly. Back to being a good old rune knight.
Oh yeah.
Helps a lot.
There we go. Brace for some strength.
Done.
This is a very
I just
windy
remembered-
valley.
Yeah,
I'll say
I
though,
just remember.
makes it really easy to glide.
Mm.
indeed. I won't be here for long though. I do have to head out for a bit. I'll try to be
Curious.
back as soon as I
Hello
can.
again.
Greetings.
Oh, hey Tom.
Hello there.
Hi.
Take care. Take care, Evelyn.
This isn't the
I
village
do have
that
to
you
head out
used
for a little
to,
bit.
you know,
Oh,
do
uh,
things for.
okay.
This is
Okay.
the new
No.
village, right?
Mm.
Okay. This is where
Smell you later.
I've
Tina
taken
said.
residence in
take
the
care, friend.
area.
Yes, we will.
Still
With
attached to
Tina's
Tina, I
permission.
see. Fair enough.
She has allowed me to observe her, so
Mm.
her abilities are, in my opinion, still worth of study.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
No, thought process.
Madness, on the other hand, can stay away.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
What?
I don't know. I'm. Don't worry about it.
It is nice to no longer have a need for that program that notifies me that Ezekiel has appeared in my vision and run away.
Fair enough. Yeah, he no
Yeah.
longer poses a life threat to you just
Mhm.
by existing.
Yeah, and I don't get that tingly feeling anymore when I'm around him.
Mm.
What happened?
Oh,
He was infected by fake mage blight. So anyone with ample amounts of mana, when you get close, it starts to absorb and destroy it.
Mm.
And for beings entirely powered by mana, that's kind of life-threatening.
Hmm.
And since my soul can't survive without
Curious.
any magic,
it was part
I
of the
would
Mad
also
King's curse.
solely die.
I was one of the people who was
Oh.
cursed too.
I mean, if you want that fixed at
I
some
was a
point, I
human.
could probably do that.
I don't want anyone.
I did
touching
more
my soul.
than. Oh.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just thinking.
Which reminds me, well, the Mage Blight conversation reminds me. Null informed me of something, which I believe has been spoken about, with the moon, with the Mage Blight moon kidnapping those with the...
Mage Blight Moon kidnapping those. What?
What's
who
the what?
were fake Mage Blight.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Oh, so the real Mage Blight tried to take the people who were fake Mage Blight.
Mm-hmm.
And if they still have them in custody now that the curse has been broken, they might be infected with
No, they were
Wage
already
Blight
let
now.
go. Ezekiel and a
Oh,
few
okay,
others
cool.
were part of that.
Cool.
But
All right.
that being said, we do have one guild member who might be in danger because of that if it's actually actively going after fake Mage Blight.
Who?
What's Blake and Shiro's main weapon type at the moment?
Oh, yeah, they got those purple crystal. Yeah. I mean, that's not
crystals?
their main weapon. Their main weapon is made out of, like, their green key stuff, and they do stuff.
Yes, but
But,
my point is their physical weaponry is Mage
I
Blight.
would. I just recommend that they leave those at home for now.
Why do they have
Probably
Mage
the-
Blight
Explains a
weapons?
lot.
They were rewards or gifts or something from last year. Because they went through some bullshit regarding the Mad King last year. They had their first experience, it was death, which was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate.
He seems to be very fond of allowing people to die and then just bringing them back, regardless of the trauma.
It happened to me 6 times.
Interesting.
Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm used to it, but I imagine most people aren't exactly used to dying, so
Yeah. I'm coping with it. Thankfully,
I
with
figured him to
the
be a
curse
powerful
over,
being, but
I'm feeling a lot better. And it's
didn't
all
expect him to be
behind
this
me.
powerful.
it's during the month of October he gets absurdly powerful. The rest of the months he's
Yeah.
just kind of he doesn't really do anything.
Hmm.
He kind of just
Start of
disappeared as soon
October,
as
he
it
does
struck
something
midnight.
stupid, and then it grows until the 31st, and then it all goes off with a bang. Any idea if he's
Yes.
coming back next year?
Yeah, unfortunately he is.
Fucking hell. Usually you should be able to kill those things. It's just. Is there something binding him here that we can get rid of before next October?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh well.
If we do end up killing him, if we do end up finding a way to kill him, it won't matter. From what I understand, at least if I'm understanding everything correctly, he is a very important aspect to the metaverse. He will more than likely just have another version of himself break free from his universe to cause
Fair
mayhem.
enough.
Mm.
So there'll always be at least one.
I just
hanging
hope I don't
around
get
with us.
cursed again next year. Or if I do,
It
it's
seems
something
so
less
it's hard
terrible.
to break it, but it's easier to kind of stave it off. Maybe some curse repellents might work. Not sure about that. Last year he could just a party to turn into their costumes. This year he just randomly cursed people all over the place, even outside of like metaverse active places, to turn into various things. Next year, I'm curious what he'd do for next year. Because he does seem to up the ante each year so far, but we've only got a
I don't know how to up the ante from this.
base of 2.
He might not try and up the ante. He might just go with something new. He could be.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense.
Turn
to
everyone
Wade Children,
into
I
a
won't say
car.
he
Everyone
could
driving around
be
going to
doing
Hong Kong.
He may try something new because he wants to be creative or not do the same thing twice. That's that he wants to up himself.
Maybe he turns everyone into an animal. Oh. He is a shadow puddle now.
Oh.
Yeah, Tom can do that, much like Tina, just hide in shadows and disappear.
Oh.
Though Tom's a bit more advanced.
Still cannot get a read on what he is. I don't know.
privileged information, but I know. He had to put it down to sign up for the guild.
I figured out why he left.
Oh, hey, there's Dina. Yeah. The little purple stick running across the horizon. Well, that's not really the horizon, but...
Oh.
More over there.
I can actually hear from this distance. It's nice to be able to do that now.
Right.
Mm.
At least for the time being, we can ignore the Mad King, as he won't be able to do that much for a while.
Yeah.
And he's more than likely going to need to properly rest for November, December.
Now we need to watch out for evil turkeys, and then after that, see if there's any evil Santas about.
Evil turkeys are more likely. For Christmas, I believe we'll more than likely just have to deal with some sort of present giving scheme.
You just missed Tom.
Like we.
Oh, that makes sense.
Also, wait, just stay still. Does the pink bit flip up and act as like an antenna or something?
No.
I've always wondered. Okay, because it looks like something slots in here.
No. Just how I decided to paint it.
Not the paint. I mean, there's like the groove, and then there's the thing either side, and that bit. Though I guess that might be more of an air intake.
It is.
Fair enough. Just looks very slottable. Oh. So, you got that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Personal
Go on.
personal preference, but if you get the chance to see the Wild Robot, I recommend it.
The wild robot? What?
It's a movie.
Oh, okay. The wild robot, never heard of it.
I think this is the biggest table here.
Are the others different size?
There are a couple of smaller ones. For
Yeah.
smaller people.
Not that big.
I think the one this way might be bigger.
I mean, I think this one's the same size as that.
Yeah, this one's definitely bigger.
Yeah, fair.
Alright, actually this one's the biggest, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, this one's small.
that's like
but
a
that's not
nocturne
like
type of table.
in the ground. I mean, there's not much difference in size, and given their positioning, it's hard to tell from a distance. What did you say your name was again?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Are you part of the guild, or are you just hanging out? Can't remember.
I'm not part of the guild. I just like visiting here.
Fair enough. Yeah. Damn. So does that actually burn now, or?
If I don't concentrate on it, it'll go. That's
I'm just
me
imagining you
making
doing
fire
that, losing
passively.
concentration, and then the fire just burns straight down your fur.
That shouldn't happen, but I think
I certainly hope not.
I've never had that happen to me. like in any of my fire. I've burnt myself on the oven occasionally at home, but that's a long time
Have
ago.
you ever accidentally lit
got
your
my
tail on
fire
fire?
magic.
Mm.
No?
No.
For that one we had protective covers.
Fair enough.
So I've not needed one since I learned fire magic. I've gotten really good at not burning myself.
Fair. Tomo. Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Tom, say anything?
You're observing permission. Nothing in particular. They just mentioned how they've settled down in the area, that your magic is worth study, that they are observing you with your permission.
I guess I didn't have anything to say today.
I guess not.
He usually leaves a
Why?
letter for me.
Hmm.
He still says for some something reason he's avoiding me. I forget the exact line.
Idiosyncrasies. That's such an annoying word.
No.
I don't know. Idiosyncrasy.
It-
Words.
Ideologic? No.
Oh, ideology.
That's the word. For some ideology reason, he's still avoiding me. Or avoiding speaking directly to me. He did mention now that he's made a nice home somewhere in the mountains.
That makes sense.
Although I don't know what a nice home exactly means for him. But hey.
I think I know, but I don't think I'm allowed to discuss that. Oh. I'm just glad the month's over.
Yeah.
Shit can go back to its normal variety of crazy. October is a very specific flavor. Yeah, I did get some good work out of it.
Until the next big crisis happens, in which case everything goes a bit crazy again.
I forget, did you order your commission for the uncommon magic item yet?
I might just give that to someone else.
Wait.
I do not know if I even want
And
the magic item.
you're owed a rare one from
Yeah.
the stealth mission.
The...
There's no hurry, I just want to make sure that you're collecting what you owed. I'm just making sure I'm getting through my work orders. Got that body to make. I believe that's almost done. I just need to make its adjustments. That. Oh yeah. Have you ordered your item yet? You went on the basement mission.
Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't know.
You're owed an uncommon magic item, custom made by me. Whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Also, it seems everyone wants you to have the Bloodthirster sword, so I'm making it fit your stature.
What does that even mean? What?
What do you mean? The fitting your
What?
stature, or they want you to have it?
Sword?
Fitting my stature.
It didn't have a handle, right? So most people
Yes.
have larger hands than you. So if I gave it a normal handle, it might be a bit unwieldy.
Yeah.
So I'm making it a little smaller than usual.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Good talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have that one ready at some point. It's just very tricky because I don't exactly want to touch it, otherwise it's gonna just make me anemic for the rest of the day.
I found a. I think it's a ring on the list that's supposed to let you see through stuff.
Yeah. Again, the list is more, it gives you an idea of what is in the range of possibilities. You can ask for just about anything, and I'll try and make it work.
Well, seeing through stuff sounds really useful.
Do be careful with that, because they're actually outlawed in some places due to privacy concerns.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's not like
That
they can
shouldn't
outright
usually be
tell,
a
but... I mean, I
don't
can
plan on
make them
using
for
it
you,
every
just...
day, but if I'm trying to go somewhere on like a mission or something and I'm trying to get through a wall, it'd be good to know what's on the other side.
Fair enough. Do you have any particular style that you want? Like goggles, glasses, eye patch, monocle, opera glasses, magnifying glass. Could even just make it a normal looking hoop that you just hold up and you can just see through the hole.
I was able to kind of see through walls when I was able to use mana sight.
Oh, yeah. I hate Manasite. It always gives me a headache.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Plus, I end up walking into walls.
I was doing that too.
Yeah.
Like I can see
There's a
the
reason I only use it when I need it.
I could see the
Let me
mana
think
of
about
someone,
that a
but I
bit then.
couldn't see the wall.
Go ahead.
So I'd end up like walking right into the
Reserve.
wall.
Yeah.
Alice,
It's-
about this blade.
Yes.
It's cursed, right? You said so.
It's not cursed, it's more touching the blade will enact its effect. So some people might consider it cursed, but it's not technically a cursed item.
And side effect, it's what?
Basically, when it touches your skin, it tries to absorb the blood. If there is an open wound, it absorbs it at an extreme rate.
And how does that work with me?
I mean, it probably won't. Which is, I think, why it's somewhat appropriate for you. I'm pretty sure it was made by a vampire, and I don't think vampires would enjoy drinking your blood, because it's not really blood.
Yeah.
It's like going to drink a chocolate milkshake and it just ends up being pitch.
Mm.
Yeah. Something you might be interested in. Up your game, sort of thing. I'll probably need to commission someone for a proper sheath for it. Probably magically warded. Just something you need to be careful of, because I know there's like a trope thing where you like hold your blade on the flat against someone's neck to threaten them. Even the flat of the blade, if you touch it to someone, it's going to start like just pulling small drops of blood out from their skin, probably leave a bruise or something.
That's well,
Technically,
okay.
adds the intimidation.
Think of it as a really strong magnet, but it attracts blood, not metal. And the more blood it drinks, the stronger and sharper it gets. But it wanes over time, so... Probably need to check the mental effects as well. We'll see. I mean, I could just throw it back in the vault. Honestly, I should have had that in the vault to begin with. I just never really checked the place properly.
Hmm.
I think that's the only place I don't really go to that often. I mean, there is technically the vault, but I don't go in there for a reason.
This is why I still think, even if you know the location, you should make sure you check your information of the area before you send us anywhere. Because you forget how long it can be between locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I do
probably
freely
be a
admit
pretty good
that being
idea.
my fault. Yeah. I made a mistake there. But hey, you handle it quite easily. Plus, if there was any ever any real threat of danger, you could have just called my name and I'd instantly pull you out.
I need my crystal.
There's that. Study, library, lab,
Hi, Evelyn.
living quarters.
Oh, hi Valentine.
Hey,
Hello.
Don't
welcome
ask
to
how I
my
got
place.
The
didn't know.
portal,
imagine
I
through the
imagine?
portal.
here. Yeah. I wanted it to be ambiguous and ominous. You
Well,
guys are cramping my
I mean,
vibe.
it's
considering
usually-
this is the location of someone's home, we might get a little bit worried if you came through some other means.
I mean, it's usually either that or the Goonmobile.
The what?
The
The
Goonmobile.
Goonmobile. It's a Goonmobile. It's a car.
Wait,
Drops me off places.
is it those
So you know the
goons that-
goons? Yeah, the goons.
Oh, are you related to them?
Well, I'm not related to them, but the guy who makes
she's-
them is my dad.
Yeah, she's Mero's daughter.
Ah.
Yeah, like my sick jacket, I made it myself. Did all the stitching and everything.
Oh, I see.
Wait.
He looks kind of tired.
Oh, it's like got an impression on it. I can kind of hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those guys scared the bejeebus out of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
Yeah, let's just say I'm a pacifist. I'm a pacifist, and I played Uno against one of them, and then they died, and it felt kind of
Oh,
was that my fault? Did that count? And scared me a little bit. But apparently that's just how they exist.
the way
Yeah,
it's been
They
explained
like
to
live for an
me.
hour tops. Yeah.
The way it's been explained to me is they're not really people. They're more just extensions of Mero.
Yeah.
So it's more like it's less like a person died and more just like it's some small piece of a person, I guess.
Yeah, so it is
Like a
kind of
little
like the cells of
skin
the
flake?
person that die and get replaced over
Or
and
hair?
over. Yeah. Well, hair's technically dead the moment it leaves the follicles. It's never really alive.
Hmm.
I don't know. They kind of die when they like explode hold on, I can common.
Yeah.
I know common so well. I'm so good at this language. I'm in honors common language arts, if you would believe. Sometimes you just like die if it's funny too. So like maybe losing to Uno was probably funny. So he was like, time to die, I guess. But like they don't really die; they just kind of cease existing because they're just like
Yeah, that's
little guys.
technically
And they
death.
do. I don't know. They don't feel pain, so
Again, death doesn't require pain. Sometimes
Yeah,
death
but
can
they
feel
don't
very
care.
nice.
They're just goons. They literally exist to
It's like
do a
everything
thing.
just kind of gets relaxed
and then-
and cold, and then you just
Yeah.
slip away.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
technically they go back to Marrow, so he like learns all the information they know. I think something like that.
Okay, so they learn all the information he knows, but do they know the information he knows?
No, they're kind of
Okay,
dumb.
so it's not two-way. Yeah, because the one who wanted to play Uno, I don't think they knew how to play Uno.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes they have information because he gives it to them, or sometimes they're just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like the ones he has tutor me, he gives them information about like the stuff I need help with, so then they can do a good job. But like sometimes they're just like dumb.
Dum-dums.
Dum-dums.
Dum-dum.
I went dum suckers.
Huh?
Oh, I got such a big
I've had
Halloween
enough
candy
candy.
haul. It's so big. I'm very excited. I can't wait to rot my teeth or something. I don't know.
Imagine sticky sweets would be kind of unfortunate for you.
There
You're
are so
very
many.
pointy teeth. It's hard to get those out. Are you carnivorous?
Well, no. I'm a fruit bat.
Uh,
I mean, I eat meat sometimes.
just lots of very sharp teeth.
I mean, I can't have a candy, but I can have a pastries.
But I mean, when I was eating a lot of candy, I was human, so because like
I mean,
Lazagos and Raz and Vance, they all kept giving me candy corn all the time.
Do you want a curly whirly?
No, not really. Is that candy?
What about a flump?
What's a flump?
What about a Freddo?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so a curly whirly is like a long, twisty strip of hard toffee. Toffee account. It is a stretchy, sticky substance, and then wrapped in a thin film of chocolate. A flump is basically a marshmallow, but just long, kind of twisty. A Freddo is just a tiny little piece of chocolate in the shape of a little frogman. Yeah.
I mean, they sound good. Maybe some other time though.
Fair enough. I just keep them in my hat because I need to exude a small amount of British eccentricism. Otherwise, people forget.
I only barely know what Britain even is.
The metaverse is very American coded, unfortunately.
Did you say American coded?
Yeah. A lot of the culture
That's
around
a
the
little
metaverse
funny.
is very heavily American.
People think that
It is, yeah.
Carvin is like either Scottish or Irish.
Probably
I think
hate
it's
me then.
I think it's because of his accent.
I like the Gaelic accents. The issue is, very much a British man and still kind of dressed Edwardian, so... There's kind of a stereotypical feud between the North and the South.
No one knows how to speak
He
a
got-
bit of Gaelic.
Trying to do like a Carvin accent. Oh.
Ich clack and Pochmohon.
Yellow.
He
Yellow.
That's Gaelic.
Yellow.
kind of talks like this.
Strange.
Yeah, like that.
Oh,
He says yellow.
I see. You don't even know where he's from, though, do you?
He's from Faerun.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah, he's a
Huh?
he's a dragon.
dragon. These nuts.
Okay.
Have a nice evening.
Oh, bye.
I'm the master of.
You sure are.
Thank you.
I mean, technically, that's all you mind. Oh yeah. Was that thaumaturgy you just used or something?
Precipitation. I just do this.
Fair enough.
I figured out how to make other sounds too. Like there's this one sound from the movie Into the Spider-Verse that I really liked. And there's like this sound in it. That's pretty fun.
The powers thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd
I'd recommend learning thaumaturgy. You can make the sounds louder, more varied, and project further.
That might be a good thing to
Prestidigitation is
look
cool and
into.
all, but it's very much a jack of all trades, master of none thing.
It's definitely very useful though.
It is. I mainly use it to just clean myself when someone decides to dunk water on me or something.
Yeah, it's super useful for whenever I get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Or-
Yeah. I do have a
It's
special
really
spell,
useful.
That's some of my doors now.
It's really useful in the Red Wilds because it rains a lot there.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I should.
Hello, what's up?
what's the theory behind the thaumaturgy thing?
The what? Oh, thaumaturgy.
The theory. Like, how do you make sounds with magic?
Oh, well, sound is a form of energy, much like anything else. You're just transferring one energy type into another. The thing is with sound, to make it sound how you want to, you need to be able to control exactly how you output that energy. How we speak is very much like that. You're just moving things to make the sounds, but it's basically like speaking. You just need to kind of get used to it. You just practice making just a very normal sound with thaumaturgy, and then you slowly get used to how you make those sounds, and then you can string them together, and then eventually you have thaumaturgy that can say things.
I might be able to do that with the shadows.
Wait, I kind of know how to do that. Hold on. It's really funny when I do it.
What do you do with that?
Oh.
Alright. I gotta head out.
That's the only thing I
Gotta
know how to
deal
do,
with
though.
a few things.
Okay.
Wait, bye.
Why a horse sound? Oh, is it because of My Little Pony?
Yeah. I was really obsessed with My
Yeah.
Little Pony, so I wanted to make horse noises. And then now they like transfer it to the goon, so every time the Goonmobile rocks up, it gallops like a horse for some reason.
I remember one time at the arena, uh, the Goonmobile was making horse sounds, and I thought it was just a tiny horse because I didn't have my echolocation.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to just like go riding around on a tiny horse,
Yeah.
or to have like some kind of horse-shaped goon, I guess.
They don't love me. Oh, a horse-shaped goon would be scary. Is it just a regular
Yeah.
goon on fours, or is it
That'd
like
be a weird one.
like you stretch the goon body into
Ugh.
horse shape?
Or just
Ask
be
my
like,
dad about it.
a
Goon horse.
horse with like the same outfit.
Observer.
Oh,
Hey.
hi, Saris.
I'm happy.
I'm back to
Hi,
normal.
Evelyn. It's good to see you.
I mean, I still can't see you, but it's good to hear you.
It's good to be in your presence.
You
Yeah,
can look at me again.
nice. Yeah, I'm just glad October's over and I can go outside without
Okay.
having to worry about so
Hello.
many people on fire. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to my place.
Thanks. I went all the way down there because I thought your guild was meeting up down there. I was like, oh, a house.
No,
I'm getting-
that's the
That's
village, I
that's
think.
the village. I should put a sign down at the path, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
It might be useful.
You can't really see up here from the portal, so it just looks like this is a cliff.
Yeah, that might be an
So
idea.
there should probably be a sign there saying Tina's
Could I
Bakery
Uh,
and then Village the
could
other
you
way.
make one that's like carved?
Basically indentation so that you can read it.
It's easier to read things that are like indented. Then I don't have to use my ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I understand.
if I remember right, the sign is carved into and then painted.
Oh, is there a sign there already?
Yeah,
Up down at
right
the
down the
very-
end.
End of the crossing.
At the crossroads.
Yeah. By the time you reach
Oh,
you've already run a significant distance from
oh yeah, I hear it.
And I had to walk all the way back.
Mm-hmm. You walk up to the sign.
Yeah, there really should be one like around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I was also about to go that way because I was like, okay, that's a name, and this is something called a toaster.
Mm.
It is a bakery.
I
Make
didn't
toast.
To
think
make
it was-
toast.
I didn't think we were going to a bakery. I didn't think you were meeting up a bakery though. So I was like,
Well,
oh, they're going to the village there.
It's her house, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just here.
There, but I didn't know that.
Mm.
I was gonna walk all the way to the village, and then they turn, and then I was like, "Oh, so that's that's that place." See people, I was like, "Oh no, I've gone the wrong direction," and then I had to walk all the way back.
Mm. Do you know if you're able to be in the water over there?
Theoretically, yes. Practically, currently, no.
Yes,
Fourth dimensionally.
cosmically, when I went there last time, I kind of got turned around.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Orlando Osaka the other day with Geppy and Lazagos, and Rika was there for a little bit, but she kept flexing a lot because Orlando Osaka has a bunch of people, and so the guy caused her to flex a lot. But we went, and I hate going to Orlando Osaka because there's always white bitches in my ear being like, oh, "You can't do that, you can't do that," and it's just okay, but we didn't mean to do that. We didn't know there was a law against that, you know. So like we were crossing the railroad tracks, right? I'm hanging on the gun because they're big, And then
Mhm.
right as we're crossing, after we like stopped, listened, and made sure nothing was coming, a train decided to come right when in that moment. And so the things closed down, so we had to hurry up and jump out. And then they were like, Guppy, you shouldn't do that. Da-da-da, we're going to give you a warning. And it was like, well, we didn't mean to.
A warning for crossing?
A warning for being on the tracks when the train's coming, even though we didn't mean to be on the tracks. Like,
But you didn't
So,
know the
like-
train was coming, so how could you know that you shouldn't have been there?
Yeah.
exactly. Like, it literally closed on us. The
Mm.
little gates closed right on us when the
yeah,
train.
I
like,
know the point you're
while we were
talking
there.
about. There's nothing really. You're meant to walk past that, and if you don't know the train's coming, then how are you meant to? Ha.
Hmm.
Like, there's no warning. Like,
Mm.
and they were like, and then they were like, don't argue with me. I'm like, I'm asking why you're punishing us for making an honest mistake.
Mm.
It was an accident.
I've enjoyed the few
Also,
times I've
aren't
been
those
there,
crossing
but
things-
I've not been there
Aren't those
much.
crossing things more for cars than people?
I think there's
the
cars there, but most people
mean, they're-
walk as well. There's no real other way to get over if you're on foot.
Yeah.
They're kind of for
Yeah, I mean,
people
like,
too.
it's in the
Like
I
middle
it's
think
of
to
the
technically
road,
stop.
so you still kind
there's
of
the
have to.
power lines people can walk on, but I don't think they can support that much weight.
From like a really big guppy. Probably not.
Mm. And I don't think they'd be happy with people climbing up a pole and using those wires to get across.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easier to just cross.
I mean, a lot of
the
people do
street,
do
like-
that.
But
Maybe you
the-
should make a point of that and do that instead now.
A lot of people actually
Anytime
do
that you
walk
need
on the
to
power
cross,
line.
just climb all the way up and over.
Mhm.
I guess they're like
I
reinforced
did
or
notice
something.
when I was there. Mm.
Yeah, they're
Probably
insulated and
because
stuff,
people
so...
keep doing it and it might have broken at some point.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, aren't those barricades for cars because a car won't be because the engine and everything won't be able to hear the train coming, so it closes
Mm.
I mean,
when like train is obvious.
I mean,
and
no,
the
you
car's
can
like,
hear a
okay.
train coming over the engine. It's just...
Depends on how close it is.
Oh,
It's meant to
even
give-
so,
Well, yeah.
I can hear it from
I
pretty
imagine
far,
there's something
but
warning
I'm a
them.
special case.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Most train tracks, when a train's coming towards like a crossway where people or cars are crossing, it'll hit like a sensor way before it gets there. So then the little blockade knows to start closing at a certain time.
Mhm.
So the train can safely pass through and people stop.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the
That's
times
why
that
you're
I've,
always supposed to
usually-
stop.
A warning before the barrier comes down because
Yeah, there
But-
is. It's supposed to ring. It's supposed to ring a
Oh.
bunch and then close. But it didn't
Oh.
ring. It just closed on us. And then the train
Huh.
was coming.
That feels like a technical issue, and they should
Yeah.
look into that
Yeah.
instead of yelling at people.
maybe
I-
you can submit a
Guppy-
complaint or
Guppy said-
something.
Guppy said it was someone was out to get them. It was an assassination attempt,
Mm.
which it felt like that. It was scary. Just
That
hold on my
wasn't an
life.
assassination
mean-
attempt for Guppy because that would have done damage.
It'd
to
be
the
more-
train.
yeah, it'd be more an assassination attempt on the train.
I mean,
Guppy would be
No
fine.
passengers.
Guppy's tiny.
Yeah, but apparently
No,
Guppy
No,
was.
Guppy was big at the time.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah,
Oh,
Guppy was
Guppy
huge.
was big. Big.
Yeah,
Yes,
Guppy
let's
can
forget that
grow.
they're immortal.
Shapeshifting.
I can shapeshift. Tiny time.
Oh,
Oh, they're tiny.
I can as well.
Very
It's a bit
small.
more of an involved process, though.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
just use magic. My dad gave it to me. He was like, it would be funny if you were ever to want to be small. So I was like, okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
I can go
bards can.
tiny. Or I
Bards can learn that. I could probably learn that sometime.
I can go bunyoy if I wanna, because I like to be in the bunny.
Be careful. Some of them can be a bit fishy.
Oh, I don't think they're happy.
I was wondering why you have like creatures
They're
on your
never
head.
happy. I'd love to tell you, but I don't even know myself. I just keep them there because they've been there as long as I can remember.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which is longer now. Yay.
They're presumably symbiotic then.
Maybe.
I thought it was either like either you had 2 creatures just on your head, or you had 3 hearts.
2 of which are in the head.
Yeah, and
We
like
have
their
head
horns.
Look on that time, Lord. I'm better than you. I have an extra heart.
What's the Time Lord?
Show.
Mm,
Is that like the time
Okay,
place?
so
Rain
this is a
Raid's
show
2
called Doctor
hearts.
Who, and there's the main
Oh.
character. He's the doctor, but he doesn't really have a name.
I
He's just the
think I
doctor.
heard of that.
And he's a
When I was
he's a
looking
species
through a
called
list of things.
Gallifreyan, and Gallifreyans have 2 hearts, and like when they die, they reincarnate into a new person.
Huh.
And I think they can do this like 10 times, I think, or 11 or 12. I mean, I can't remember,
12.
but yeah.
Hmm,
So that's a time lord.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, it's more of like a occupation where like they travel through time and like, I don't know, do stuff, shenanigans, superhero,
So wait, if I
earth-saving
have
business.
3 hearts, can I do it 36 times?
I
Or
don't
34?
think that's how that works. That sounds like a
It is now.
species-specific thing.
Yeah, I don't think
Alright.
the amount of hearts a Gallifreyan has equals the 1 to 6 lives is not how that works. So
Mm.
I think it's just they just have 2 hearts as a prospect of their biology. That's just how they are. And then of course they
Probably.
can do the
But
reincarnating.
it's funnier to think. But I think it's funny to see I begin yelling. I can regenerate a ton because I have 3 hearts.
Well, you're like never the same person after you regenerate. Like you're.
Can they
different.
fly or
You can be,
something?
Like... Can what fly?
Gallifreyans? Yeah.
Now they have like
Oh.
spaceships called the TARDIS, and it lets them like travel through space and stuff and time too.
I was just wondering because, like, usually, creatures with like big hearts, have those big hearts because it gives them more energy to fly. It takes up a lot of energy.
Nah, they're like humans. They're like human sized.
Like mine's
Very
pretty
normal
big.
looking. You got a big old heart.
Yeah.
'Cause you're a wonderful lady.
Thanks.
Yeah. Those are Gallifreyans.
place.
I think they have 2 hearts, because, I don't know, they're spacefaring, so maybe they need more blood to pump oxygen to their brains or something. Because, like, in space you don't have, what's it called? Gravity. So then, if you don't have, like, artificial gravity or something, right, and you're just floating in space, like in your ship, right, it takes more energy for your heart to pump the blood, because you don't have the force of gravity to help like it travel downward. I think,
I guess
or
that
maybe
makes
it's more
sense.
like maybe it's more smooth to pump blood in space. I don't know. Don't ask. I'm 11. Don't ask me. I can theorize the answer, but I don't know if I'm right. I need to research that actually. If it's easier for the heart to pump blood in space or harder.
Who knows? Probably some space person who knows.
Wouldn't it be easier?
I'm sure if I like
Because
went
like
to the
your
rack or
blood
something.
isn't being pulled down.
Hold on, I only looked up heart pumping blood. I forgot to add in space. So in space, it's easier to pump blood upwards from the heart to the brain, but without the blood being pulled down by gravity, it doesn't go into the legs as well and stays in the heart. And the heart actually swells because there is so much blood in it. Muscles contracting to help move blood in your veins.
Oh. Okay. That makes sense then.
I just realized something. Isn't blood red because of iron?
It's from a protein called hemoglobin, but yeah. iron too, because iron
I
oxidizes
bleed
the blood.
blue.
Then you have a different protein in
I
your
only
blood.
learned this year that blood is typically red.
Mine is
A lot of
orange, clearish, kind of. It's not even blood, it's
There's
sap. So,
Sap.
I assume
Yeah.
mine's
You
probably
bleed
red.
like
I'm a
sap.
mammal. So,
well, I
yeah.
bleed, I sweat, and I cry sap.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Don't
I
be
mean,
so
it's the only
sappy.
fluid I really
just-
have
you're just-
inside me.
you're just leaking.
Mm.
But
Ugh.
like no, it's probably a lot of because you look like
Does
you're
that
in
mean
deep
that
sea, so, like,
when
a lot
you
of deep
cry,
sea
your eyes get
creatures-
like sticky?
A little bit.
Hmm.
I'm new.
Mhm.
A
I mean,
lot
it's
of
not
deep sea
something
stuff because
entirely unpleasant. It's
it
just
hurts to look at any light source.
how my
Yeah,
body
I
works.
would imagine.
Yeah, I like the
Hmm.
goggles because it makes it less painful.
I mean, it doesn't happen in my normal state because I don't really have eyes or sweat glands or anything.
Yeah, a
I'm
lot
just
of
kind
deep
of
sea creatures.
mimicking that when in this form.
Hmm.
I don't think they're
Usually
they,
I'm
they
just
like bleed blue
tree.
sometimes, and it's just like it's a different protein. I think it's called cytoglobin, like cyan, and
Mm.
it does the same thing as red hemoglobin, but it just it's blue.
It blue.
Valentine, you're really smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in honors classes.
I can tell.
This blue. Nope. No, get off my head. There we go. That blue?
That is in fact blue. Yes.
I mean, that
Mm.
shade of blue for the blood.
Looks black to me.
Calm down. I'll put you back on, Zach.
I mean, everything is.
They get very annoying if I don't put them back on my head soon afterward.
They probably depend on you for survival.
So they're just like sucking your blood?
I think so. There's like
Uh.
bite marks in my head.
Huh.
It's called hemolymph. I was wrong. That's cytoglobin is a different thing. That's from the Avatar blue aliens. It's called hemolymph.
I'm the
That
Avatar.
makes your blood. Yeah, it makes your blue blood. I mean your blood blue. It's mostly in horseshoe crabs, but it can also be in other creatures.
Do they do anything for you? Like, do they give you anything? Hmm.
Maybe the reason I'm faster at healing, it doesn't take me that long to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
But that might be just biology. I don't know. I was not
Have
born
you ever
this way, I don't
tried like
think.
not? Oh. Have you tried just like taking them off and leaving them off for a while? See what happens to you?
I have no idea what will happen. I was experimented on, I
Uh,
think, or I was created this way. I
Probably
don't know
best
which
to
one.
do that with a medical professional nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to touch these. I don't want to like do anything to try and figure stuff out about myself, and because apparently mutation experimentation.
Mm.
There's a lot
At
of
least
people
that's what I
mutated
read.
in a anglerfish. Why is this so common?
Fish.
You know of someone else?
I've met like a couple people who are like anglerfish, like mutant experiments. So
Huh. That's
it's not
like
like
oddly
super common, but
specific.
like I'd have a couple nickels for every time it happened.
I think if you went to the lab I was made in or modified in, I don't know the correct wording for this, you'd have a lot more nickels. There's a lot.
I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my my snack from the goons.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Samsara. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Saris. I'm a tree.
I'm Evelyn. I'm a bat.
Yeah.
Squeak.
I think we should.
and not a human.
I think so as well. I've just been staying in the mega building Artemis runs this entire time.
Oh, yeah.
That's been nice.
Mm-hmm. I occasionally stay there. Tao has a nice pot for me. It's not great, but at least it means that I don't dry out overnight.
Oh my, you do pot?
No, I'm a plant. I need to be rooted in soil when I'm resting, otherwise
I
things
know.
get kind of bad.
I know, but it's funny to me.
No pots necessary here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
There's some good ground
Oh,
right
man.
here.
I like the amount of ocean. Or is that either ocean or lakes? I know that's
I
a
imagine
lake,
it's
but
a
I
lake.
don't- But over there, I mean,
Uh,
the distance.
I think there's an
It's-
ocean somewhere in that distance. I think it's currently not visible.
I can't smell it, so it's probably
think
pretty
it's
far
visible.
away.
And there's a lake that it might be a river that leads into the ocean then, because there's a water source over there that leads off into the distance.
It's a river that goes past the windmill and then into
Oh,
the distance.
Imagine there's some grazing animals that live in this sort of area. Otherwise, it'd
Back.
be more of a
I got
forest.
Suboy.
What do you usually find in meadows?
Intervention thing.
Maybe like
I mean, meadows naturally are
Oh.
kept meadows by grazing animals eating all the plants before they get too big. But meadows also happen when sentient species do a lot of logging in the area.
mm, might be sheep here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a foot-long pretzel.
Ooh, nice.
a foot-long pretzel. Is it
It is a
also
foot-long, yes.
Is it a foot high as well, or is it just long?
Considering
It's
the
just a long
only
pretzel.
proper forest I know
Hmm.
in the area.
I've come
past
across pretzels like
the
that
mountains,
before.
I think
They're pretty good.
most of the wood of the town came from
I've
somewhere
not,
around
so
here.
all I can think of is just a really stretched out pretzel.
They're
It's just
usually
a pretzel. It's like a pretzel stick.
they're a bit like a breadstick, but pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. But it's still very funny to me to think of it just like... And like if you, like on a computer, if you like stretch out an image without increasing the height... it'll just
I
stretch
think I know what you mean. Like one of those pretzels that are like tied up in like a kind of
Yeah.
knot-like thing.
a
but
braid.
just
That's
like
how I'm thinking.
Stretched
Really
out.
stretched out.
That would be kind of funny. But no, it's
Also
usually
feels
just
like
one
you'd
long
break apart the
thing.
moment
Did
you
also
bite into it.
mention once.
Oh, sorry.
I think they did mention once that they
Yeah,
used
sorry.
most of this
I'm
area
still
for
getting
farming
used
at
to
some
having
point.
wings again.
I mean, they still have the windmill and some land that looks like it's ready to be cultivated.
Yeah,
Had a
they
bat roost on me yet. I've had a few birds.
they mentioned it in well,
Usually the smaller ones.
they also said they
We usually prefer caves.
shrunken the town up, or the
Sometimes we
town
hang out
in
shrunk
trees,
the
though.
council that needed less.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think my branches are big enough for most larger creatures yet.
Particularly
I've
like
had a few tiny little songbirds perch on me there.
whenever we've migrated, we would roost in trees while we were away from the cave.
Mm.
I also spent quite a few nights in trees when I was traveling.
Mm.
They're nice and safe.
We are safe.
They are nice.
Although
Nice.
I did
As it
wake
turns
up
out,
to a bear scratching at it once.
There's unfortunately been a
I'm
couple
glad
times
there's
where
no bears in my area. I'd
Where-
rather not get scratched up.
there's been unfortunately a couple times where I've found a cave and tried to settle into it, only to find that there were like giant spiders.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
that sounds horrific.
I've only had
Yeah.
no spiders.
I feel bad for some of the spiders that try to make their web in me, and then I transform into this, and their entire web goes to waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. Spiders suck.
I mean, they're a necessary part of the environment.
Doesn't mean I have to like them.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
They keep the
Pardon?
fly population down.
I don't mind the small spiders.
Hmm.
It's just the big ones that see me as a meal. You know?
Yeah.
There you go.
Fortunately, I don't think spiders would ever find me a meal, more just a home.
I remember there was even one time when
Don't have to worry about caterpillars, though.
when I was like a normal bat, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I got stuck in a spider web once when I was flying. Thankfully, I was able to bite my way out of it. I think it might have been an abandoned one, come to think of it. But it was still pretty scary.
The issue with living in a forest is there's too many spiders. I'm fine with everything else. I just don't like spiders.
You wouldn't like living in a cave then. There's lots of spiders in there.
Yeah,
There's a
usually
reason
that's
I
their
never hit
spawning
the
grounds.
caves.
I mean, usually we eat them, so.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lucky. No carnivore would ever try to eat me. The issue is I have to worry about caterpillars and small bugs eating my leaves and...
Oh yeah, I guess not.
Have to deal with more parasites than predators.
It'll be certainly interesting if you encounter like a goat and it starts trying to nibble on you.
I do think I woke up at one point to a deer nibbling on my leaves.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Also, at least
but as soon as I
like
started
this, I
moving,
believe-
they just scarpered.
At least while you're like this, I believe you'd probably still get hunted by some predators. They'd just be disappointed that you're made of plant.
Usually they can smell
Yeah,
whether you're like something they can eat or not.
they'd smell my scent, and I don't smell anything like a mammal. I don't have pheromones in that regard. I just smell like a plant.
Yeah.
I've walked among
Okay,
wolves, and
so
they
you
kind of
do
just
think-
look at me a little weird, and then just continue on their, well, meal usually.
You do hang around us though occasionally.
But just because you're standing there next to some flowers doesn't mean those flowers are then going to smell like you.
I don't know how all of that works. Trying to though.
Oh, maybe that's why I got that one weird look at one point.
Smell a lot
Honestly,
like
out of
Ram.
everything I've ever had to deal with, I found it most annoying to deal with animal control being called on me.
Oh. There.
You're not
Then
even
again,
like
that's what I get for going to like a nature park instead of an actual outskirts. But I had no idea where I was, so yeah.
I don't know why they call animal control you're humanoid.
Yeah.
I
Unless
stayed
it was
in the
an-
dark and I glow in the dark.
I guess.
Maybe they thought you're a cryptid.
That or just thought I was a wild animal.
She got that dog in her.
From what? Apparently.
Oh,
I do in
that's
fact have that
magic, I
dog in
guess.
me. It's because the Subway's so good.
I
It's
do
so
need to
good
be
at
careful when I
making you
spend
bark.
time with Tail, though.
Got a leg up on the competition.
I guess.
Rude.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
And speaking of the whole scent thing, at one point, when I came back from Taos after spending a night with her, I distinctly remember one of the wolves giving me a solid sniff before turning away.
Mm.
So I think there can be a lingering scent, but that was after I literally was in bed with her, covered in her scent for a while. So.
Yeah.
Probably also depends on how you're acting.
I mean, at that point, I think the pack was used to me.
Other person's
Lena's
choice,
making sure I, help out with her duties as guardian of the forest. Helps me learn about the whole ecosystem and how everything fits together, works together. Every little bit's important.
Mm. I like what Ram does.
How is Ram? I haven't really been to the wilds in a bit.
I'm going to return to the oceans. Woo!
Bye.
Okay.
There was an attack somewhat recently where he got in a fight with a giant. I think it might have been a fire giant,
Oh.
but
I think it was
he's
a construct. It didn't look like any fire truck I've ever seen.
really. Hmm.
Is he alright now?
Yeah, he's fine. I helped heal him.
Good.
Me and Ava.
Yeah, what I remember is what happened was excuse me. Sorry, I had a Sprite. Oh yeah. So Ram was like, I know this thing. It's like a construct, and they hunt down whatever type of tree and Ram is to like to harvest their resources and stuff.
I knew that part, but okay, I guess it was a construct then. But yeah, I think he's fine now. I think I remember encountering him between then and now at some point, and he seemed fine. It's a little hard to remember sometimes because my perspective was very different at the time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll try and come visit again. At the very least, there's likely a lot fewer people running around. Have you seen that candle about recently?
Who, Clementine?
The Clementine the Cameron?
The little
Normally stays in the
candle
dorm.
that. Okay.
Not that
Normally
recently.
stays in
though.
Raz's dorm.
Okay. Because before the whole Halloween thing, that's the only person running around that I had active issues with.
You'd also want to be cautious of whiskey. They like setting themselves on fire.
No, we haven't seen Whiskey in
Mm,
a while,
No, they usually like
who's
hanging out in their
Whiskey?
barrel. They're uh an elemental.
Elemental?
Yeah, like a water elemental, but made out of. I think it. I think it is whiskey.
Oh, ale elemental.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Huh. Never heard of one of those. That's interesting.
I think they're a thing from Azeroth.
Mm. Oh. Hey, Tomo,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm alive.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting happened recently?
Aside from Alice's whole basement thing, not really, no.
Oh, yeah. How did that go?
Like usual, I stayed in the back, did nothing.
Mm. Mm. Do you wish you could do more?
I mean, I suppose, but like,
Mm.
I do what I do, I know what I'm useful for.
Mm.
There's some stuff I'm better at not doing. I mean, all the frontliners were a fucking one made of metal, one made of crystal armor with a fucking giant axe hammer thing, and now
Mm.
fucking Blake and Shiro. I mean,
Mm.
it's they're all them three, and they have me. So I'm mostly in the back, trying to just overlook everything, make sure nothing happens behind, because they're pretty. How can you say it?
Acting as a rear guard or a warden.
I mean,
Most
Making sure
don't
nothing sneaks
really-
up on them.
They don't look behind them a lot. And don't really
Yeah.
listen.
that was part of what I was doing on the raid on Halloween.
Mm.
I'm gonna blow your mind.
Mm.
When someone like me walks over a little self-made bridge, you can call it a fucking bridge, those fucking planks, and it creaks, that should say something. I am light. One is made out of fucking metal. And they all
Mm.
thought, let's walk over it at the same fucking time.
Oh.
How and why is that a good idea? I try to tell them, but they don't fucking listen.
Yeah.
They're just a bit reckless then, I guess.
Yeah.
I definitely know the feeling.
Some people don't.
And I understand for two of those cases. One was literally under a curse. I can kind of understand. One is going through withdrawal from a fucking crystal thing. And the other, Shiro, I mean, I don't really know about them. They are Shiro, I guess, or Blake, whoever the fuck was in control.
Well, they can also fly, so I don't think they'd be as worried.
Yeah, but they didn't. That was the wrong thing. They did the first time, but they decided to fucking walk over it the next time.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
I am quick and nimble. I should be maybe not the front line, but at least scouting ahead, checking corners for like ambushes. And when a
I
fighting
guess that's
happens, I stay
something you
behind.
need to make
If anyone
clear
needs help, I come and help.
before you go on a mission or something. You organize within your party who's taking what role and who needs to do what, because then you don't need to argue in the moment when it's happening.
Oh, I don't argue in the moment. I'm not a fucking idiot.
I didn't mean like that. More
talk shit,
having a
after the mission.
discussion in the middle of an active mission.
Oh, I don't.
Mm.
I try to warn them, but if they don't listen, I'll bring my complaints up after, when we're, not in danger.
I guess that's something that needs to be worked on now.
I may
Communication
have
and
many missions like this, fighting good ex monster thingies, but I handled myself far enough to at least, handle me and her, to at least take on some kind of role when it comes to managing.
Would electing like a team leader before the mission be helpful? Or is it more just people need to properly talk about strategy before going in?
My skills are the best when we're dealing with actual human-like beings, which I can use my abilities on. And let's say actually the best option would be the mission I had that I did with Tina. Well, not did, but for Tina. I could have used my abilities. I didn't have to thank. Well, did I use my abilities? I was close to on one girl.
Oh, was that the one in the
I
dark
was very
with
cautious of her.
all the spooky creatures around?
Well,
We were helping rescue the
the,
villagers.
the day before that, but yeah, also that, yeah.
Mm.
We were dead 2 times.
Okay.
That's more, I want to say more my style, but better. Yes, at least there was some kind of human entities. Even if they were victims. Because some creatures, I mean, I wouldn't put it past some creatures to, I don't know, mimic or take control of people. Yes, there was one girl I saved who was very cautious of her. Almost used my ability, but she proved to me that maybe she was human. Or was she human? I don't even fucking know, I think.
I think the people here are mostly human.
I don't fucking
There are
know.
some
I don't really care.
How
more
are
like
the
me
villagers
and
that were
other
rescued?
people.
Are
Oh,
they all
they're,
doing alright?
They're doing fine, yeah. Well, people keep saying that they've changed since that incident, but
I mean,
I
don't
can
know, I haven't
imagine
really
it's
known them
probably
for long
somewhat
beforehand.
traumatic.
the girl I literally saved is in
Yeah.
another fucking dimension thing. That'll be pretty fucked.
Hmm.
It was filled with blue trees, with sounds coming from all directions. An endless forest. We got lucky finding a portal out. It might have seemed like it, but I can pretend to care about people. When I found her, I was nice. I was caring. When she left, oh, I was nice.
Well done.
Yeah, I can pretend. I can lie, and that's what I do.
Lying to make someone feel better is a skill in of itself. It doesn't make you a bad person to do that. It just means that you care about their feelings and don't really want them hurt.
I never said I was a bad person. I don't give a fuck about these people. Well,
I'm just
I
making
obviously
sure.
did because I saved them, but still. Well, save, help them.
You're a lot more caring than you give yourself credit for.
I'm caring when I want to be caring.
You're very caring of Yami.
Well, yeah. For 2 reasons. And also, if I'm not caring of her, I technically die as well. So, I'm also careful about my life as well as hers.
I don't mean physically. Emotionally, you seem to care for her as well.
Which also comes to my point that if I don't be gentle or help her with her emotions, she could freak out and turn into something horrific and then possibly die from it. Which means I possibly die as well. I don't even fucking know. I already kind of seen what happens when Yami's emotional. I mean, we did die back at home one time. Well, close to death, I should say. Not die, but it was not fair. It was not very fun.
At least you have each other to always look out for yourselves.
We have each other, and we have had each other for a while now.
And now you've got Arisa,
The only
you've got
difference
me.
now is
You've
we're
got everyone here at the guild.
twins for some reason. It doesn't really matter to me what we are to each other.
I mean, I guess it's like Blake and Shara.
In a way, I suppose, yeah.
They didn't exactly decide to be paired together, but they're making the best of it.
Well, I wouldn't really say me and Jami were paired together. In a way, and I don't know much about what I am, but I wasn't technically alive before I was inside of Jami. And then my bile, well, me, I should say,
Alive or
slowly
conscious?
learned, and then
Conscious.
well, yeah, we grew a consciousness from her consciousness. You should say we shared emotions, but then I could later down the line make it so we didn't, at least as much.
Valentine.
But now I show a lot of emotion. Yami just doesn't show a lot of emotion. He can, he just doesn't. Which is obviously, well, I mean, yeah, you should know the reason why she doesn't. Knowing her.
Hey, Valentine.
Pretty much all emotions she had,
I want to show you something.
I have now. But I can suppress them pretty
Close.
easily. But you saw firsthand when that
Come closer.
What am I looking at?
mental wall
come
breaks.
closer.
All those emotions Jami has are now mine.
Learn how to make that
At the end
sound.
of the day,
I got one.
I would
Gotta
rather
learn
have
that.
it that I have a mental breakdown than if Yami had one.
Point.
Because one is more destructive than the other.
I'm getting a lot better at it. I feel like after
We went way off track.
last month, I've gotten a much better handle on my magic.
This
Say again?
started from asking about a mission to now my mental health.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, I just realized what I'm doing, so I'm gonna stop.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm better at missions where actually humanoid beings are a part of it. I can actually do what I do. End of story.
Thank you. Oh, speaking
Hello.
of the Ernie.
Hey.
Talking about me without my presence.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about how they share a lot more similarities than surface level with you two.
I'm so
Can I
sorry you
explain
have to
how
put
we-
up with your own Blake.
I lived. Okay. I said holy fuck. My legs fell asleep. I explained in some ways. Maybe we are, maybe we're not, but not in a lot of ways.
At the end of the day, that's the final decision you make.
I mean, I don't really want to be compared to you either.
It's not
That's
so
fair,
much a
that's fair.
comparison, more someone you can relate to that's going through a similar
I really
situation.
don't want to relate to them. The fucking blue M&M.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Punch me?
Your mother's not here. Behave yourself.
Oh, she can. I can fucking text her right now.
Go for it. I'm sure she would love to appear and say hello to everyone.
I mean, I don't really know what she's doing right now, so I'm not gonna risk
Exactly.
it.
I mean, she's a cardinal. She probably has duties to attend to. Beyond just the Wanderers.
Oh, so hello. I don't believe we've met.
Mm.
Me?
Oh, me?
Well,
Hi.
I met
Call me
you,
Valentine.
Evelyn.
Wait.
Valentine, understood.
You have?
Arcala during the summer.
You don't smell familiar.
Perhaps it was only. Oh, I remember why. One moment. Sister?
They're 2 in 1.
Oh.
And
Wait.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh, okay. I understand
we
now.
can trade places. Yeah. Alright, back I go. It's his day.
Oh. Bye, Lake.
Bye, Blake.
She says goodbye.
You barely have any non-blue skin left.
Yes, it's spreading, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. You're finally taking full control of your own body.
It's more or less mine now.
Blue skin.
Just make sure you don't cause any problems for me.
They're an Oni.
Mm.
Yes.
A
Demon of
Japanese
sorts.
demon.
Or yokai, if you're more familiar with that term.
Demon's the more familiar one.
Very well.
I mean, it's a
Don't worry,
similar
though, don't
term,
worry,
but culturally they're very different. It's
I will
not
say
like you're
this,
from
I'm
hell
not
or
from-
something.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Mm.
Yes, I'm not from hell or anything like that.
I figured.
Much prefer the tropical areas than the scorching heat.
He is also my blood brother. Quite literally.
Yep.
Oh?
An incident when I was being resurrected.
Oh.
I mean, it could be
It's
worse.
up to you if you
Could
want
be
to tell
related-
that story. I wasn't exactly there.
So here we were one day trying to save her soul. And we found a giant crocodile. Larger than any of us here by a large margin.
Huh.
We fought the beast valiantly and it was slowly dying. But to prevent her soul from leaving the crocodile and going elsewhere, and having to track it down, I simply created some bait for it. Some blood to attract its senses. Some meat to give it a reason to swallow. And the soul crystal that was going to hold her soul.
Hmm.
By the end of it all, well, the beast had a final meal, and once it passed, we got what we needed.
And that's pretty clever.
Mm-hmm. Apart from the fact that blood carries a part of the living person, and blood and soul magic kind of go hand in hand, so you essentially gave away a tiny slither of your soul to me.
I'm aware.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'm like a
Don't
tiny
advertise
part
that, though.
Oni.
Congratulations, you're 1/100th Oni now.
Ooh. I'm an Oni tree.
I mean, look at it. You already got horns and everything.
They're branches, but I mean, I'm technically already
Branches,
a spirit
horns.
tree, and you're a sort of spirit, so it's just hand in hand with that.
More or less.
I'm like half spirit, half tree.
Be thankful it wasn't Blake. Then you'd be part dragon, then you gotta deal with that headache.
Dragon tree would be kind of interesting. Scales instead of bark.
So,
No, it would
bark
be,
is
it
hard
would be
scales.
bark in the shape of scales. You'd be a dragon tree. You'd be a tree dragon. You'd
I mean, it depends how much. Because from what I know, dragon blood
Are
is
there
pretty
plant
potent
dragons?
and likes to take over its host quite rapidly. That's why when you get people who try to drink dragon's blood or consume dragon hearts, they usually get corrupted by it and become some sort of like Draco Lich or something.
wait,
That suddenly explains far too much.
is that gonna happen to Gwen? Because she eats
Gwen?
dragon hearts.
Maybe.
There are safety.
Again, it's the
There are safety
metaverse. There's a
measures.
lot of different types of dragons and people who do it. Maybe they have a way of doing it without the consequences, but generally consuming the blood of a powerful creature, especially if it's a creature that you killed or a creature that doesn't like you, it can cause some negative side effects.
Though, again, there are safety measures in place. You can make rituals and stuff and all that to avoid it. It's not the honest thing.
So it is that what Blake's doing? Is that why they smell draconic?
In a sense, yes. That's the simplest way to explain it.
Though they're not eating bits of other dragons. It's more they're growing as a dragon from the inside out, right?
Mostly that, but there is, I guess you could say a bit of a legacy that's coming to her. And she's getting that legacy bit by bit.
She's inheriting things.
Yes, from a ancient cursed dragon or dragon of curses. Translations are unclear.
Huh.
But yes, Evelyn, it's a pleasure to see you again. You're from Red Wilds, if I remember right?
Yeah, that's where I live. I think I've only really encountered you at Arcala. There's the one time at the beach, and I think you might have been at the city at some point. Oh yeah, and the
also
grip.
believe at the grip.
Yeah, I went to the Iron Grip once.
Yes. You went there on an especially busy day.
Mm.
Though you should go back. It's a far more wide open area now.
Oh,
Wonderful place.
That's nice.
Minus the management.
That reminds me. I'm pretty sure I sent in an application for the Red Wilds Guild.
Did you?
I did. I can't.
They usually accept them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't check in, considering I haven't really been to the guild since.
Oh yes, Tina. Could I request for some baked goods from you for the MIs? I want to give them a bit of a treat.
Yeah, cosmically, I just checked and
Do you have an idea of what?
I just forgot to check.
Let me look.
Oh,
I just need to do a little thing and yeah.
Evelyn,
yeah?
guess what?
What?
Chicken butt.
Chickens don't really have a butt.
They have a rump. They have a rear end.
They have a rear end, but they don't have like cheeks.
They don't need cheeks. It's their butt. Their butt's good
cheeks
enough.
is a butt. They've got a butthole.
No, they don't. They have a
Cloaca.
cloaca.
Yeah, that's their butthole.
Yeah.
It's the hole
Yeah,
on
and
their rear
the
end.
place
Yeah, it's
where
like both.
they lay all their eggs too. So it's all in one hole.
Yeah.
Stop talking about holes. This is weird now.
Technically, it's a bunch of holes that all connect into one hole.
Stop.
Why are we talking about? Why are we talking about this with an
I
11-year-old?
don't know. She said chicken and butt, and I said
Yeah.
that chickens don't have butts, and we just went from there.
I wanted to go to the rack today. Excuse me. But I accidentally slept in. Excuse me.
Ooh.
Yeah. So last night, on Halloween night, because today's the 2nd, right? I don't remember. But on Halloween night,
I think today's
me and
the
my school,
2nd.
we had like a little we had like a party thing. So like we did like trick or treating in the parking lot, and then we had like a ball, like a Halloween party.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
By the way, starting on the 8th, there's going to be a grand opening in our College City. I would like to invite you all to, should you wish to come.
Okay.
Our teacher, Rose, has opened up will be opening up a tea shop there. The 8th will be the grand opening. It's in our College City, so.
Okay. I don't
Blake
think
will
I've
be
been
working
there
as a
before.
server, so.
Oh, our
How many
college
days is
pretty
that
nice.
from one of our meetings?
The 8th will be on a Friday. So, you could say yesterday, but next week. If that makes sense to you.
If you like the Land of Sokka, then you'll definitely like Arcala.
It should work, I think.
Just don't anger the axolotl with the frying pan.
I don't try to anger anyone, sir.
Yeah. Also,
I live to anger the masses. I want to be disruptive and evil.
Does Skittles ever even get angry at anything? He always seems so.
I've seen him get angry before.
What makes him angry?
People getting hurt and stuff. People being idiots.
Okay.
Breaking rules and severe breaking of rules. Like if anyone was to trash his place, he'd probably get angry. He's a very nice guy, honestly, if a little eccentric.
He seems to. He likes using those giant frying pans. It's kind of scary when he waves them around.
Yes, it is.
I kind of tend to back away and avoid him when he has one of those out. I really don't want to get hit by that thing.
Yes, he tried to use them to take down a UFO back in October, but
Wait.
he
Oh, I
kept
think I
missing.
might have seen them at
UFO?
the beach thing.
Oh,
I went to the
Flying
beach thing at
saucer.
one point.
oh, those.
Yes, you would have.
got up when I went.
Hmm?
What?
Try again.
Swallow before talking.
Take your time.
Yeah,
No rush.
I'm pretty sure I remember someone pulling out a giant frying pan at the beach.
That was
Yes.
definitely Skittles.
It's his primary weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm so sad. Whenever I went to Arcala in October, I never got abducted by the UFOs. Never.
You wanted to get
tried to abduct
abducted?
Blake, but yeah.
Because it's fun.
No one
I
got
mean, I
hurt
guess it
from I
would,
will say
would be
that.
fun in theory, yeah.
Mm,
Everyone who got
Hey.
abducted, to my knowledge, they just reappeared in like the field somewhere in a crop circle. No harm done to them.
as far as I know.
That's good at least.
Make sure you don't take root here now.
I'm not planning to.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Though when I lie down like this, some of
Hi.
my roots do instinctually sprout from my underside. It's just comfortable.
Hmm. I remember being a slime. I slimed all over the place when I was comfortable.
Oh,
Mm.
Yes, I did have.
I might go to photography club after school. Because I really like taking photos. I really
know
like doing
why-
photography.
Food sleeps in a barrel.
Hmm?
Yeah, when you sleep, generally you just go into your most natural state.
Yeah. I said I know why food
Which-
sleeps in a barrel now.
You'll be
Yeah.
my muse.
I usually need to take off my bracelets before I go to sleep, otherwise it gets a bit weird.
What do your bracelets do again?
Ready?
They help me maintain my human-looking form.
Ah.
Because looking like this
Am
on
I
my
looking at
own
the
is a
camera?
little bit advanced for my magic.
Yeah, you are. No
It's
worries.
something Lena whipped up for me.
It'd be nice
How's
to
Lena,
have
by the way? I
another
haven't seen her.
I
picture of
keep
me out
forgetting.
there
She's
that
doing alright.
isn't-
I haven't taken a photo
That's
of me pointing at you.
Always busy taking care
Yeah.
of the forest, dealing with
not while I was
small
Like
disputes,
pointed at.
people
Mm.
intruding
now
in
I'm-
the forests, those sort of things. I think recently she had an argument with someone from I think it was a national park. The fjord and forest that we go to as wanderers.
Yes. I did get a report about that.
She's claimed that place as hers, but then there's the whole
Mhm.
government it belongs to them, but
Yes,
she wants to
currently
protect
her and the
it.
government are bickering over ownership.
Yeah,
Her in the naturalistic sense, them in the it's their land sense.
yeah. The land owns itself, really.
Mm.
You can't really say you own this piece of nature. Nature doesn't really care for what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if she represents nature, then
Mm. She
That's
doesn't
what
really
makes it
care what
complicated.
they say.
Mm-hmm.
She's very
She is
stubborn.
like the that Lorax thing I've heard about. She speaks for the trees.
What's a
I can speak
Lorax?
for myself.
I don't know. I just heard about it. Apparently they speak for
Uh,
trees.
Are they like
I
druids?
mean, I can speak for some trees. It sounds
I mean,
like
you
it.
are a tree.
I know. I just have a natural ability to communicate with trees. I didn't even need to learn that.
Oh yeah, what's that tree over there saying?
Which one?
That one all the way over there.
I'd need to get up and go and ask them. It's not like
Okay.
they shout or anything, I just need to interact with them physically and I get a sense of what's going on with them. They don't speak, but I can essentially translate their... I can't really say emotions, that the state of their being into words. It's difficult to explain.
Do different tree types have different personalities?
I've not had a good enough sample base to fully know that or not, but I have been told by Ram that apparently willows are stuck up. I've not really met a willow yet, so I can't say for certain.
I could see that.
Did you ever talk to the tree on the hill on the top?
Yeah, I at the very least greeted them. They're very large and very old, so they didn't really say much in return. But they seem content.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Just straying around.
They've very clearly been through a lot. Seems at some point they might have had to reroute at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And when
They're pretty
storms or any other sort of natural disaster pushes a tree over, it's not like the tree can push themselves back up, right? So they just reroute in that position, and then the trunk will then start growing upwards again.
Ah, so that's why it's curved.
Trees very, very rarely ever grow their main trunk at an angle. It's almost always straight towards the sunlight. So if it's like a tree growing in a cave, it will reach towards the sunlight. But trees out in the open like this, if they're curved, it means that they've been through some sort of traumatic injury in the past. For example, the birch tree over there, they're still very young, very straight. But they don't have much surface area, so if there was a windstorm, it'd be harder for them to be knocked down. But the larger you get, the more surface area, the more likely you are to get pulled down. And you're only as strong as the soil that your roots are dug into. So if it's very loose, loamy soil, you can very easily get knocked over.
This is a perfect metaphor for
Interesting.
life and how the people you surround yourself with being your soil or something like that.
I guess so.
Oh.
But soft, loamy soil is usually very, very good for you. Just, they don't hold together well during storms. An entire clump of dirt will just go up with the roots as it falls over.
That's why some
It
trees, like
doesn't work
mangroves,
perfectly.
kind of interweave their roots together.
A support system. They can also share nutrients through them sometimes.
Again,
So
we're back
all of
to the
us should
metaphor.
aim to be like mangroves. Yeah.
Should become a bit of a poet rather than.
I mean, I'm an
photography
oak
expert.
tree, and if I started interweaving my roots with other trees, I wouldn't really be able to move anymore. Maybe once I get old enough, I might just decide to do that,
Settle
but it
down.
might end up being a bit boring. Yeah, literally put my roots down. But I don't think I want to do that just yet. I still have things I want to do.
Like what?
Well, a lot of my dreams and ambitions from my previous life still carry over. Wanting to go out, see the world, learn new things, help people, be an adventurer. Can't really do that if I'm just a tree. Just sat there, growing. Though it can be quite peaceful, it's, I got a little bit stir-crazy when
Just
Lena
find some druids
refused
who
to
wanna,
let me
like,
go
pick up-
outside.
Just find some druids, have them pick you up, and take you places.
I mean, I don't think I'd really want that if I was fully rooted.
I also suppose we've seen our fair share of floating islands. I could root one of those.
Floating islands? Maybe. I'm unsure if I did fully root, whether I'd want to be in a quiet place or somewhere that's... No, I don't think I'd want to be in somewhere busy, because the busier they get, the more built up they get, and then eventually they want to cut down all the trees to make rooms for more houses.
Yeah, but if you're floating, you can go wherever you want to, even if you're rooted.
But floating islands, often people want to build castles on those or something.
I mean, if you own it.
Yeah, but if I'm a tree and I'm not really speaking to anyone, I can't really say, hey, I own this, go away.
That's why the Lorax exists, and we're back to square one.
I guess as long as Lena's around, she'll probably protect me.
You need your own Laura.
I will create my own druid circle.
You need your own Lorax, also known as nature lawyer.
I mean, considering
Does
I'm a
this mean Lena's
spirit
a
oak,
Lorax?
I imagine at some point I might be able to project some sort of spiritual form for myself for other purposes. Maybe I could fully root, and then when I'm bored, I can just send out a little spiritual avatar of myself to go do things. That's far in the future, though. I'm still learning how to deal with my body as it is.
I mean, you're a tree. You got a long time to figure that out.
Yeah.
You're not the combative type, are you?
What do you mean? As in getting upset at things? Or
No, I mean like fighting.
Oh, I am learning how to defend myself properly. Because the life as an adventurer is usually fraught with danger. I can't really expect everyone to pull my weight. Though I am focusing mainly on healing and defenses. Should probably get that shield. No, I'm just thinking of my priorities in terms of what I'm learning. The shield that Tina gave me, I need to learn how to properly integrate that with my magic. It's a little wooden shield that, when you activate it, becomes bigger. So if I can integrate that with my plant shape, I can essentially make a big wooden wall.
Would be interesting.
And since it's going to be a magical item, it'll be very resistant to things.
Did we ever give you that branch? I believe we did, but that was a while ago.
You mean my staff?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, Lena made it into my staff.
Okay, good.
Hey.
Hey.
It's very handy since it's literally related to me, well, not by blood, but
it's part of your mother oak.
Yeah.
Hey.
The closer something is to you, the better that it can translate your magic.
I'm back.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
Hi,
welcome back,
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
I think that's why
Oh, you are
witches
looking much
always
better.
used hair.
You were also there. Ezekiel was also at the Orlando Soccer with us. I forgot.
Indeed.
Oh,
It's good to see you. I'm glad you're better. Back to yourself again.
Back to normal.
so you were there
What
to
happened to-
see them almost get hit by a train?
I
What?
don't think I saw that. Oh dear.
Hmm.
Who got hit by a train? Was it Guppy again?
I
Almost.
presume
We almost got hit by a train.
so. Oh dear.
Ah.
That seemed on brand for them.
No, see, it was an accident though. We didn't mean to almost get hit by a train.
Oh dear.
Apparently, the barriers went down without warning, and they had to jump over the barrier to not get hit by the train, and then got told off by the people in charge because they thought they were doing it on purpose.
Hmm.
What I remember seeing last night was just mostly you two clinging onto Lazagos.
I don't know too much about Guppy,
Yeah, we were clinging on the Lazagos a lot.
but I don't think they're the type who would
The
Like-
mighty
put you at risk. Like that.
Steed.
Are they?
Hmm?
I
Come
don't.
again?
I don't know Guppy too well, but they don't really seem like the type who would put you at risk like that.
No, they don't put people
No,
at
yeah.
risk.
Mm-mm. Guppy would never.
I mean, when she was
Guppy.
cursed, might have been a bit of a different story.
Well, she shouldn't be cursed anymore.
Even
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. Wait, was she cursed when this happened?
No, we were uncursed. It was yesterday.
Valentine.
Mhm.
Guppy knows. Are you still like enchanted by Marrow to be quite indestructible, or?
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
indestructible. I'm always
You should-
indestructible.
Maybe.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, then again, Guppy has a better heart than that. Even if you're like indestructible like her. Maybe it's just as bad.
You can still
circumstance.
feel pain, I imagine.
I mean, I guess yeah, but like if I fall from something high, I just bounce, or like, I can put myself in my cube shield, and then people just launch me. Like, oh, the skeleton war! Remember the skeleton war? They kept launching me. I was getting happy balled at the butcher. It was really fun.
Mm. The skeleton war was pretty terrifying.
It was my first ever war.
Especially when Butcher showed up. Ugh.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I had the holy magic at the time. Just the right thing to fend him off.
I would imagine such a magic be effective against undead.
It is, yeah.
Doesn't to me.
Apparently, even
Again, I'm not-
effective against lunatics, I suppose.
Huh.
I
know that.
it at least hurt Lazagos quite a bit.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Oh. Well, since I'm back to normal, I can finally do this again.
Oh,
He's legless.
We'll do that
Just
again.
took his legs off.
Oh,
And believe how.
I guess you're
believe
the
how
Black Knight
interconnected the
now.
crystals were inside me.
Though you need to lose the arms as
Now
well.
I can be short like everyone else.
I'm not sure.
Actually,
I'm actually pretty
fair
tall.
enough. Fair enough. Either way, I can be
You're
much shorter.
Oh.
Much shorter. Hello.
Hello.
Indeed.
You
Which
both
is
are
on the
just
ground,
two
too.
two
heads.
heads. Mm-hmm.
Something.
I could just be
better
tiny.
than one.
It's too dark where I could do
Oh.
that too.
Oh, hello.
It's
Small
not dark enough,
us.
rather.
Hi.
Hmm.
Wait.
Ah,
Hey,
Got big blue eyes.
I do. They are
Yeah,
quite
well,
literally a
well.
window to my soul.
Oh
Something,
my
something,
gosh,
something
I'm looking at
index.
Ceres's soul. And it's
Mhm.
beautiful.
My soul's in my head.
I thought it was in your back.
No, it's in my head. I mean,
She's
it's a lot
special.
more obvious in my natural form.
don't exactly have
I've never
soul.
seen your
I-
natural
it's-
form.
I'm literally a human soul shoved into a seed, and then I just kind of grew around that.
Oh,
Because I
That's
can't say
interesting.
about anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
But I
this
don't
reminds
really
me of Scary
consider myself
Toilet for
human
some
anymore.
reason.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
I had toilet.
Yeah, this reminds me of Skibidi Toilet,
I have no idea what the hell that is.
the TV show.
Oh, fair
Or I
enough.
guess it's like it's animation.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I'm too small. You can't see my finger pointing when I use my camera.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, at the very least, your phone changes size with you.
Hmm.
Otherwise, that'd be very inconvenient.
It is a little bigger, but it's just because it can't shrink all the way with me because it's not a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a hamster yesterday. Gabby was holding me like a little sandwich when I was tiny, and it was like kept handing me to random people, so like, I kept getting passed around. They're like, "Who wants a child?" And I'm like,
That's kind of cute.
I'll judge gently. Oh dear.
Hmm.
Rare moments of peace and quiet.
Do enjoy these moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after all
it
the
would be
chaos
nice if
that
a
was
goon
last
showed
month.
up.
No, thank you.
What?
Uh,
Oh dear.
What's wrong with these goons?
They're
They're
gooners. They're the
chaotic.
goon squad.
A little bit chaotic, to say the least.
Mhm.
I see.
They're
Quite
chaotic,
lovely.
intrusive, loud, and can be quite worrying at times.
Indeed.
Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Na 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 na. Wait, they don't love you like I love you.
it feels so nice being able to hear everything around me.
Mm-hmm.
And be able to smell all these flowers.
And get back together.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I didn't do a backflip. I can't do that. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
There's some
Come
salt.
on, I'm not an acrobat. As well.
Hello.
Dude, hello. Oh dear.
We got Skibidi Toilet on the floor. We got a lot of blue people.
I'm not a
purpley.
toilet. I'm just planted.
No, okay, so Skibbity
I-
Toilet is like their heads, and they come out of toilets. So it's like it's just a head, and then they're like their body is a toilet. But like it's a visual imagery of a head coming out of something, and it being just a head. That's funny.
How about this then?
Aw, you're not Skibbity anymore.
They've gone
There
back
you go.
down. Let's see, one with the earth.
Hmm. I mean, I kind of need it to survive. I do very
enough.
poorly in an arid environment.
I don't think you would be okay in like Zephyra or.
Yeah, I've been warned about Zephyra, how there's barely any light, there's next to no ground, the airs can be very toxic. Yeah, I don't really plan to
The
go
air's
there anytime
polluted,
soon.
The water's polluted, the ground's polluted, it's all
Mhm.
pollution there.
And
Yeah.
any
Sounds
water
like
that
a
gets
perfect
on me, I
place.
just absorb through my skin, so it can make me quite ill.
I'd imagine that
area.
place you more accustomed to
I've heard that
it.
Mm.
You probably
in some places
unless
it
you
rains something
adapt
called
to a
coolant.
cactus. I don't think you'd end up in an air.
Something called what?
Coolant.
Coolant.
It's a type of
Oh.
oil or liquid that they use
Oh.
for machinery to keep it from overheating.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to drink that.
Yeah.
Unless I have a very good reason, I don't think I'm ever going to go to that place.
This place is much nicer.
Mhm.
You can go there in a hazmat suit.
Myself, I
Uh,
don't even
I
drink
mean,
in the first
even
place.
then, that's probably going to suffocate me a little bit.
Hey, you
Not
can
gonna
probably
have
find magic
any
item for it.
access to sunlight, not gonna be able to breathe. I need a certain humidity as well. I'm a bit hardier than normal plants, but I'm still a tree. I still need, well, sun, water, air.
You might need someone to take you there in a pot.
Oh dear.
I mean, at the very least, I'd just only be there for a very short time. Again, I don't think I'll ever go there without a solid reason. There's nothing for me to really gain from going there.
Or someone could, like, cast Reduce on you and put you in a little terrarium.
Huh? Small Ceres in a glass cube.
With dirt, worms, and God knows what else.
Oh no, the worm would eat me.
Not necessarily. It could be smaller.
If there are any caterpillars or larvae, they'd eat me if I was that small. Or at the very least, make me bald.
You could think of it kind of like
Oh,
a
Jazz.
They'd
palanquin.
eat all my hair. I'd rather walk around on my own if needed. I might actually have to get some shoes or something so I don't accidentally step in something I accidentally drink. Because I just drink through my
Probably.
feet. Ugh.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
Or just learn to control that.
It's not
probably
really
should have
something I can
gotten
learn to
shoes when I
control.
was a
It's
human.
done at the cellular level.
There's a lot of times
I'd
when
need to
stepped on
fundamentally
something that
change
hurt.
how my entire body works for that to happen.
You were barefoot for the most part.
Can
that's
you
the whole
stop
time.
your... Can you stop your own hair from growing or your nails growing? Can you stop the blood from going to your skin?
Yes, it's called a magical pact. People do dumber shit with less. Talk to Lena.
Okay.
I just
Still,
don't have it
that's
in the
not
first
really
place.
something... If I stop that from happening, that means I'm not going to get any water anyway, and I'm going to just get very, very, very thirsty.
Did I tell you to stop? I told you just get the control. Whatever. It's your body.
I'd just rather not make anything more complicated than it needs to be. Just wearing shoes should probably work fine for that. Maybe dirt-filled
And then the
shoes.
shoe gets damaged or something.
Pots
That's
on
what
my
I'm
feet.
thinking.
You know, now I'm realizing I'm technically walking barefoot everywhere. In a weird roundabout way.
I guess so.
We also argue that technically you're probably naked all the time.
Trust me, I'm
I
trying
mean,
not.
when you are
That's a
the
dilemma I've thought
clothing,
about multiple times. I've
I
questioned
mean,
whether I'm armed.
nudity is only really an issue when it comes to showing parts that provoke a erotic response from others. I don't think people are erotically attracted to armor like that.
I hope not.
And if they are,
That'd be
that's not
weird.
something you can really control because other people walk around wearing armor.
Then again, this just leads back into a question I've had for myself and others. Am I technically armored?
mean, you're
You
made of
are
armor.
armor.
It's
So,
natural
yeah.
armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a bug's chitin.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
It's like a turtle
Ezekiel's
shell.
a bug! You're a bug.
I mean, you do
Fancy
technically
turtle.
have an exoskeleton. Your support structure is on the outside.
I'm hollow on the inside, though.
There you go, then. You have an exoskeleton.
Yeah. I don't have to have anything on the
But then
inside
what-
to be EXO.
Yes, you're right. Oh dear.
I'm just like orbiting.
Oh, Ezekiel. I'm able to use my magic a little better now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, check it out.
What did that do?
I just made the sound. Like-
I mean, squeak that.
Yeah, I based it
Sounds
on
like Guppy.
Yeah, I based it on Guppy. The first one I did was the laugh.
Ah, yes. Carvin's old vicious mockery.
No, it's not vicious mockery. It's prestidigitation. It's the little laugh
Oh,
sound
I
he
see.
makes. I can also make this sound.
Someone that feels... sounds dreadful.
I can also make cricket noises. Sounds pretty funny.
Let's see.
And like a womp 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 womp.
Dear, oh dear.
You're
Odd noises.
are now fit to run a comedy show.
I guess so. Oh, right.
Run.
I also got this one that I got the idea of from Ninx and Hellstride.
She throws her a skull.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm bad to the bone. Oh, no. So bad.
I think you're pretty good.
It's a song,
Good.
Saris.
Oh. Okay.
That's the na. It's titled "Bad to the Bone," and the lyric is
Oh.
I'm bad to the bone. So bad.
I have no bones. No bones.
I'm here.
Boneless
No,
Ceres.
just blood.
Boneless. Yeah.
I have
Two
No,
boneless.
I'd be very tough and chewy. And if you try to eat me in my normal form, I'm just a wood. Still young, a little bit stringy, but...
Well, I'm glad I'm not made of anything edible for most people.
Depends on the tree, but I remember
I mean,
some
there's
bark
some
being
things that
edible.
eat metal.
I'd
Oh,
rather
yeah.
avoid that.
Yeah, I've heard of things like rust monsters.
Yeah, rust
Like
monsters.
bugs that eat metal.
Oh,
Well,
we encountered some in
what
the
damn things I'd rather stay the hell away
deep
from.
dark place.
Oy.
Underdark?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they're quite common down there. They
Oh,
often
dear.
roam old
Right.
battlefields or ruined cities.
Right.
Alongside the weird mind thingies.
Remind me never to go down
Wait.
to Underdark.
I forget what they were. They were like brains that have floated around with tentacles.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I'm putting around tentacles.
If I remember correctly,
When was
they
that?
overheard a little about that. Ranger intelligence to nothing but just a slobbering idiot. Something like that.
I think I might remember something that in the adventures book that I read. I think it's called was it an intelligence eater? No, it's something else.
Mm.
Something like that.
You good down there?
Oh,
She's gone completely
Let's
under.
not talk about those creatures around her.
what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I didn't realize.
I think I'm confused.
Mm.
The intellect devour.
That's what it was.
Mm.
I know I read about it.
But yes, try not to mention that subject around her.
Okay.
See.
Sorry.
Sorry,
You're
Sarah.
fine, you're fine. However, I know an easy way to bring her back up. Oh, never mind. All right, Saris.
Mm.
Sorry, my
Small part of me hoped that they died out, but considering the metaverse, I guess they still exist somewhere.
Yeah, but they don't have power. Everyone here has enough strength to keep up with them.
I don't know if I
Either enough
do.
strength or a
Maybe.
lack of brains.
That too.
I don't really know where my capabilities are at this point.
Well, I don't mean everyone. I mean there's enough people out there. Look at the Mad King. So many people got cursed and an army still rose up against him. Small army.
Including you.
Yeah, I guess.
He had the power to change people's minds. I'm pretty sure if he didn't want an army to rise against him, he could have stopped it. He probably wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
Though his power has one big weakness.
It's seasonal.
Well, that too, but also he created very little that's original. Apparently, the curses people got were of threats that others have encountered in the past.
When you prey off someone's fears, you can't really be original because they don't fear. Well, unless it's fear of the unknown, but at that point, how do you make something unknown once you make it, it's known?
It's always doing something new to you that you can never expect.
Something like that, probably.
I think how you would curse someone with the fear of the unknown, you'd probably just give them paranoia, but like ramp it up to 10,000.
Mm.
Yeah.
Turn them into
so like
conspiracy theorist.
So like I had dementia, right?
And then there were people like Guppy who completely changed their perception on him. I'm sure if he wanted to, he could have made everyone just a lunatic who adored him, and nobody would want to hurt him.
Yeah, it checks out.
I mean, he did this all in the spirit of fun, after all.
Are you trying to say that us fighting him was for nothing?
Oh no, far from it.
It is something, but it's not that he probably enjoyed it or he wanted it to happen.
No. You misunderstand something, Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your arms. Bad choice of word. Apologies.
Anyways,
The point is, yeah, you're a bat now.
yeah, but
I mean, he
it's
just
like a
has
thing
his...
Was it just a thing of like there was nothing we could have done anyways? All we really had to do was just wait, and he'd just disappear
Oh,
at
maybe?
midnight.
Probably not.
I
Probably
mean,
not.
did he threaten to extend the curse this year again?
I don't know. He was talking with a bunch of people, but I couldn't hear them. I was like far back in the throne room.
Because that could have just been him goading, just wanting a fight because he enjoys it. So he was just saying what he needed to make people fight him.
So, from what I've been able to gather from my interactions with him last year, and to an extent what I've heard this year, the world he comes from, he plagues them every year. He bides his time, gathers his power, and torments them like he torments us. And it seems like he always has to be put back in his place. Otherwise, he will never go away.
Okay. So you do have to fight him, but he needs to... Well, it's not going to stop him ever doing it again.
But think of it like this. If you didn't fight him, he would still be here. As the month was progressing, more people were getting cursed. You stopped a lot of problems before they could happen. Save people who won't even know that they were saved.
Maybe he just does it for kicks. He curses all these people.
I'm pretty sure
and
he
then-
does. He does it for his own
and then
enjoyment.
he just wants them. He just wants to fight. Like he thinks it's funny or something.
Possibly.
It's not funny.
I imagine when you live that long, your sense of humor changes.
Perhaps.
Yeah. You have all
You
this
become more
power and.
sadistic.
Ram isn't like that.
Looking for anything to entertain you. Who isn't?
Ram, he's really old.
Ram.
800,000 years.
Yeah, but Ram's awesome though. Ram has the power against that.
I'm guessing of
Because he's awesome and he loves plants.
I think there's a slight difference when it comes to trees.
Not all.
There's long
who-
periods where we can just go dormant for years.
Even Guppy, who is as old, if not older, I don't know how old she is actually, but even she's not sane, but better than him. He's just an asshole, for lack of a better word. The Mad King, to be clear. I don't know who this Ram is.
Ram's a treant.
He's a cool treant person.
Mm.
He's very, very big.
And very lovely. We love Ram in this household.
I'm a good friend.
Mm. Unfortunately,
Go
he
to
doesn't
an
know much about
Endospector.
magic. He has a big
Just
horn
person.
strapped to the back of his
Oh,
waist.
I'm not sure.
I think I saw a big tree around Endosaka once.
I saw one as well, though he is apparently like a tree spirit, and some people don't
That's
really
Howard.
like him because he's... Yeah, Howard. I met Howard.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a different person.
He's got like a mustache. Yeah, he's like
Mhm.
tall and skinny. That's Howard.
Not sure I only saw him from above.
Yeah. For some reason, some people don't like him.
He's a
Uh,
little off-putting.
he's a nature spirit, and anyone who isn't a nature spirit, he calls a human. He thought I was one of his people to begin with. And then I specified I'm more of a tree person, and then he called me a human, so... But I think technically I might count as a nature spirit because I'm a soul in a tree. And I'm a spirit oak. I haven't really explored my spiritual side yet. Mainly focusing on just the tree. Maybe I need to go
Option
on a
there for
spiritual
you.
journey or something at some point. I mean, I have noticed all the like little spirits that pass through my woods are very friendly with me. But haven't really done anything beyond that, just talking to them. Helping them out with little things.
Thank you.
Can't say I know anything about that.
Hmm.
So, I don't really deal much with, I guess, spirits or the like in general, or nature spirits at least.
There's a few different types. The two main ones are the spirits of those who have died, who are essentially souls who have yet to move on or dissipate. And then there's spirits that arise from areas of very intense emotional, natural, or just anything that's got a strong leaning one way or another. Sometimes it just spontaneously creates a being. Like a spirit.
I guess the first spirit I met was Lynn.
Oh.
That's why you can get things like river spirits, grass spirits. They're just almost imperceptible creatures that just float around, minding their own business. You don't really interact with them unless you try to. Just flitting between the material and the spiritual world.
Think there's any here?
Probably.
Thing is, spirits and souls do have an overlap. Spirit
Sometimes when a
soul
soul
can become a
disappears.
spirit. Sometimes
And if spirits become
just-
strong enough, they gain a soul.
Mhm.
The spiritual
we
world
do-
doesn't really obey any laws that we know of. They're just ephemeral. Nothing really holds them back. They can just do whatever they want.
Having been taken to the spiritual world multiple times now, I have to agree with you fully.
Mm.
We would be going down a quote-unquote shopping street. I would look. There's supposed to be a door there, and it's just a wall. I look away and look back.
Mhm.
The door's back to a different shop.
The spirit world is also very, very sensitive to emotions and thoughts, feelings. If you get scared, the world becomes scarier.
Sleep or just rest?
Hmm?
The girl
one
looks like she
behind
might
you.
have fallen asleep.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Perhaps.
I can't really turn my head very easily when planted.
Oh.
Yep, she's that gold.
Welcome back.
I got that dog in me.
Hmm.
I remember the one time I laid down in the sun in front of the Stardust building and just everyone thought I was completely asleep.
I mean, there was that time you did fall asleep.
Does she need help getting
What was
home?
that one?
I don't remember. It was just one day where you kind
I
of
don't really.
did
Does she
something
stay
like
at
that
the
and then
Red World?
passed out.
I can't remember.
No, she lives at
Huh.
Merrow's Circus.
There were times
I
where
guess
I've
I
done
was
it.
passed out, so I don't remember.
I guess one of the goons might pick her up. I don't know.
What's her name?
Valentine.
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 Ah.
Oh, she's
Oh.
awake.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah.
You
Hello,
fell asleep
Valentine.
for a bit.
Hey,
You might want to go
I
home if
didn't.
you're going to fall asleep. Yeah, you did. Do you remember me patting your head?
No.
There you go then, you're asleep.
I'm gonna eat her.
Mm?
The Eeper.
No, I'm gonna go home. I gotta do homework too. I have a project due on Tuesday.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good
take
luck.
care.
Bye.
Have a good one, friend.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Oh, hi, Blake.
Hug.
Okay. We just,
I wasn't going to join
What's
you.
up?
Mind if I sneak one in, Valentine?
Yes, get in here.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, office.
Right. I'm gonna go back to the circus. I'm gonna go do my project. It's science. We gotta invent our own solar system
Oh.
What?
Invent your own solar system?
and make. Yeah, we gotta make our own solar system and model it.
Have fun.
Make a model of
Oh.
it.
Hi, Blake.
It's a mod project.
Oh yes, hello, Evelyn.
I know Shara doesn't like it as much, so while you're out.
Oh, he likes. He's just grumpy.
I know.
He just won't admit it.
I can feel it. Especially when we're this close.
Call this
The
sun
emotions
daddy.
get a lot more obvious.
I'm not being threatened for my life. That means I hit the nail on the head.
Oh dear.
She's telling it to someone who knows your emotions inside and out. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure you will, brother.
For now, I think I'm going to head off too. You all take care.
Hi, Ezekiel.
I can also
Take
sense
care.
that eagerness.
Take care.
He's
Take
looking
care.
forward to something happening soon.
Yeah, he is setting up for something big.
Well, I meant more someone's coming back.
Well, she's always been around. She's just been very busy.
Anyway, I think we're going to head out. Thanks for having us, Tina.
You're welcome. Always out.
Thank you. The place is really nice.
Thank you for the treats.
No problem.
Oh, could I actually have one for the road?
What do you want?
I'm not sure what you have.
I don't really have a menu you can read. Name something that can be baked and I can tell you if I have it.
How about just the muffin?
That'll work. I think I found those ones.
Thanks.
There you go.
Do I
Take
need to pay? How much is it?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Or, I think for legal reasons or whatever, I'm not allowed to sell to people that are not from this world.
Oh.
weird.
Oh, okay. Alright. Smell you later.
Take care.